Keep chopping this guy. Welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams come with a side of Cheddar Bay biscuits. Today we are making Red Lobster nachos. Why are we making Red Lobster nachos? We're making Red Lobster nachos for Trevor. This is actually cooking redemption for Red Lobster for giving Trevor food poisoning back in December. Trevor didn't deserve that. Red Lobster didn't deserve that. Trevor deserves the Red Lobster nachos of his dreams, and by God, we're gonna make it happen for our little baby boy. If you wanna make this recipe at home, we have the time codes right there for which you can look at and do. Let's get cooking. It's for you, Trevor, you my boy! All right, so I shouldn't come in scratching my head like I don't know what I'm doing. Definitively, authoritatively, we are making our Cheddar Bay Biscuit Chips. Hold up, we should probably rewind because you were under the impression these were nachos. Nope, idiot. We're making Cheddar Bay Biscuit Chips. So we're gonna start by melting down just a whole ass hockey puck of butter. Red Lobster, when we went, me, Trevor, Nicole. Trevor got food poisoning. I had a great time. My stomach reacted very well to the undercooked scallops, but my stomach reacted even better to their langoustine, spinach, and artichoke dip. It is a seafood dip that is served piping hot with cheese and tortilla chips. So I started taking my Cheddar Bay biscuits and I would just dip them in this cheese and seafood dip. So I thought, why not go all the way, make Cheddar Bay Biscuit Chips, and then turn that into a nacho platter, and then feed Trevor to redeem Red Lobster, owned by the Darden Corporation's good name. So you see, it's very simple. So I added vinegar to a little bit of milk. That's gonna turn into vinegar milk. And then we're just gonna go ahead and whisk that up a little bit. I'm gonna take the flour from one bowl, and we're just gonna add that to another bowl. Take our cheese, put in the cheddar in the bay biscuits. What adds the bay? Red powder. Red powder adds the bay to the biscuit. I'm gonna grab some Old Bay. Where's it at? The bay in our Cheddar Bay biscuits is Old Bay seasoning. If you don't have Old Bay seasoning, you can use a combination of like paprika and black pepper and salt, and there's like a lot of celery seed in this, a little bit of cayenne. That is exactly 1 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. We also got salt, and then we're gonna add baking powder and a little bit of sugar. And so we are going to whisk our vinegar milk into the white powder, let it come together a little bit, and then we're gonna take our melted butter, just dump all that in there. So we're looking for like a relatively tight dough because we need to be able to roll it out and then cut it into triangles, because why nachos is triangles? Duh. Oh, that's looking nice. If your dough's looking a little bit wet, that was Nicole's cue. She started walking over with the flour. If your dough's looking a little bit wet, just add a tiny bit more flour and keep combining stuff until it's able to actually be rolled out. So we're waiting for like a nice solid dough to form, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour out on a nice clean surface, and we're gonna dump the biscuit dough out there. That worked out perfectly. Sprinkle a little bit more flour on top. Now we're just gonna roll it and then cut it into our triangles. My nanny used to send my family a $50 Red Lobster gift card every Christmas, and that was like the fanciest restaurant I'd ever been to, so I was like 18 years old, and so I'm still a huge fan, and whenever I go there, it's like Christmas for me, except I'm Jewish, so you figure it out, and I'm eating shellfish, so like whatever. Some people finally started calling me on that in the comments. They're like, you talking about being Jewish, you seem to make a lot of pork. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? All right, so we're just gonna pat out the dough, just gonna roll it. We're gonna put spinach and artichoke dip, and then and so we're just gonna cut these into triangles. I'm gonna see how this works. Well, yeah, it worked out pretty good. And we're just gonna place that on a silicone matte line baking sheet. Nicole, do you think these are gonna turn into chips?
They're gonna be a hybrid. They're gonna be Chiskits.
A Chiskit, a Chaskit, you know I had to blast you. We were talking about how like old school rap had the hardest themes, but kind of the softest rhymes. Cypress Hill rhymes a tisket, a tasket with, you know I had to blast ya. Genius! Can we get Cypress Hill on the show? All right, so now that we have all of our biscuit chips, we're gonna go ahead and bake them off at 400 degrees, and then when they come out of the oven, we're gonna baste them with butter. Give them the old butter baste. You know what they say? I'm a master baster. We've had these biscuits baking for about 400 minutes at 10 degrees. We're just gonna, look at that, they're biscuit chips. So we have melted butter right here, and we're just gonna dump in some granulated garlic. That's gonna add that nice garlic. And then we have paprika, and we're gonna add a little bit of parsley to the butter. And then we're just gonna take a little toothbrush, and we're just gonna give those a nice slathering. That is the appropriate verb to do to biscuit chips. You do the old cheddar-based slather. So we have our biscuits all slathered up in butter. They look to me like they're ready to be seafooded. I know Trevor's ready to be seafooded. Hey Trevor, I'm on a new diet. Ask me what it is.
What's your new diet?
It's the seafood diet.
You seafood and you eat it?
No, I just eat scallops until I pass out. Let's make some spinach and artichoke dip. So now we're making spinach artichoke dip. However, we're kind of doing a hybrid. This is a hybrid spinach artichoke dip and nacho cheese sauce that is gonna go underneath our mixed seafood scampi and on top of our biscuit chips. You'll see, you'll see. So what we're gonna do is start off with the classic bechamel. We're just gonna put the glass in the pot, kind of mash it. So I gotta start chopping up these artichokes. Now, an artichoke are technically a member of the tree family, and these are the seed pods of the artichoke tree. What that means is we're gonna chop them. You don't want to be too fine. You want to get some nice big artichoke chunks in there. I feel like if I punched it, it would turn into that.
Try it.
Pretty much. Go ahead and punch all your artichokes. All right, so we're letting that butter melt down. There, it's almost done. And then now we're going to add our flour to it, and we're just gonna give it a good little mixy just to get it nice and combined. And we're gonna use a knife to do little kind of lateral stabbings on our garlic. All right, garlic's chopped. I'm just gonna add the garlic to the roux, and then we're gonna stir that around to get it a little bit toasty. Our roux is looking nice and frothy. All the flour is cooked into the butter. So now we're just gonna dump in all of our milk, and we're gonna whisk it. Whatever, we're here. The sauce is thickened up so much, we're just gonna go ahead and take all of our little artichoke bits, and then we're gonna add flour and salt. What are the pepper? We added salt and pepper. Two things that commonly go together. Well, we're gonna take a whole brick of cream cheese and we're just gonna squeeze it out into this. Cream cheese is honestly a really great hack because it's not gonna add like a ton of aggressive flavor, but it is gonna give you like a bit of a fail safe. So in case your sauce really sucks or it's grainy, cream cheese can honestly jump in there and just completely save it. And then we're just gonna whisk this so it all comes together. We're gonna cook it down a little bit, it's gonna thicken, and then we're gonna add our spinach. A lot of people would use frozen chopped spinach in this. Not me. Why? I don't know, wait, this is here. I'm just gonna take all the spinach and I'm just gonna put it in there. Now we're just gonna go ahead and whisk it up. And that spinach is just gonna kind of wilt down, and you're gonna get nice big old chunks of artichoke and big old leaves of spinach. You know, big old spinach leaves. We just have one more ingredient. We're gonna add some shredded Monterey Jack cheddar. It's exotic. All right, so this is looking nice and thick and creamy. All that cheese is thickened up, the spinach and artichoke dip. This nacho cheese for our Cheddar Bay biscuit, Red Lobster, Trevor, Redemption pooing his pants on an airplane story, undercooked scallops and Red Lobster is up for you. Did those words come together to form anything close to a coherent thought?
Yes.
We'll fix it in post. So here I have a Basque-style domed pan. This is big that they use in the Basque region of Basque, and it wobbles a lot, so we'll figure that out. So we have our pan heating, we're gonna add butter to that, but first we need garlic in there. So I have 10 garlic cloves, and what you're gonna do is palm heel strike all the garlic cloves. Just gonna try and go fast. So we have all 10 garlic cloves, palm heel striked and perfectly peeled and out of their shells. You guys get the time on that? Do you think that's good enough for a Guinness World Record? That pan's smoking. Jeff, you like Teflon? The key to chopping garlic is you want to use a knife. Keep chopping this. God. So I'm gonna take the lobsters and I'm just gonna cut them right out of the shells. Maybe use the shells for garnish, but I really want to take the meat of the lobster. Some would call it the tail. And I want to chop it up, rip out its flesh, chop up the lobster into scallop-sized bits. What? It's probably fine. So we got all the lobster cleaved up, we got all the garlic ready. All the things seem to be ready to go. So what we're gonna do now is I need to dry off all the seafood because I want to sear it first for the scampi. So we're gonna take our Mythical Kitchen official seafood drying towel and we're just gonna dump all of our seafood into it. When I'm making scampi, I like to sear it in a light oil that holds high heat really well to prevent the butter from browning, and then you can deglaze it with butter and white wine that's gonna cook down. So you get the nice fresh taste of butter and you're not risking browning it, but you can cook the seafood at high heat. And so I wanna get the seafood as dry as possible. And then you can see our pan is smoking hot. That's exactly what we want. When you're working with seafood, you need to work quick. So I'm gonna get a little bit of oil in there, and then you're going to add all your seafood in there. The pan's gonna start rocking back and forth a lot. That's perfect. Nicole, we gotta get a new pan. You want to hear that sizzle, you want that high heat. You see some nice caramelization happening on the scallop. We're gonna let that go for just a tad more. This is cooking fast, so we're gonna dump in all of our butter. It's gonna get that around the outside. We're gonna get our garlic in there. I was trying to find a little butter pool and just throw the garlic right in there. We gotta let the pan heat up. Then we're just gonna add a little splash of white wine. Hit it with the juice of half a lemon. And then we are going to toss some parsley in it. Give it one final toss, and we are ready to plate this up on top of our nacho biscuits. All right, so we have our Cheddar Bay biscuit chips. We're gonna start arranging these on a plate. Now there's a lot of theories to nacho building. Some people, Texas style, they like to do one big chip that has all the ingredients on it. The whole joy of a nacho platter is like finding the perfect bite. It's like a treasure trove where you're searching to find the correct combination of ingredients to empower your life with beauty and joy. And I love that about nachos. To me, nachos are a food of opportunity. You get a bad nacho, you dive right back into the pile to find another one. To me, that's a metaphor of life. You know, you have one bad experience, it's like, well, all you can do is just kind of keep going, keep trudging along, and I was able to talk through arranging all the nachos on the plate. Look at that. The beauty of cooking shows, you just say nonsense. Nachos aren't a metaphor for life. Nachos are nachos. It's garbage food. Now I'm just gonna take a large ladle of our Spinach Artichoke Dip nacho cheese sauce. Who came up with this? This is me. This is a me original. And we're just gonna ladle our cheese sauce all over those chips. There we go. We got a nice base of cheese sauce. I'm gonna leave some of those chips a little bit bare. You know, that looks like throw up. And then I'm gonna take our seafood scampi. We got all of our scallops. They got some beautiful browning on them. I guess it's kind of like if you just took a whole Red Lobster meal and like kind of put it in the paint shaker, it would eventually turn into this. So now I'm gonna take some of the, I call it shrimp scunge, and then we're just gonna get a nice drizzle of all that butter. We're probably only rocking about 1,700 calories now. That means we got about another 1,000 to go. So I'm probably just gonna take a jar of Nutella and pop it right in the middle and call it a day. Oh, dude, someone get me a lemon slice. That'd really brighten up the plate. Yeah, throw it, I'll punch it. I'll punch the lemon slice out of it. Why does this lemon have a full nipple on it? Where'd you get this lemon? Can we show this? This is grotesque. You got a little schmeckle. I'm gonna try and just avoid it. I'm just not gonna touch it. Oh, I cut a little bit of the schmeckle skin. That's it, Briss. Ugh. All right. This is exciting. We got our plate of Red Lobster nachos. We got the Cheddar Bay biscuits. All that's left to do is to feed it to Trevor through a 6-foot-long spork poon. We have the finished dish. This actually came out really incredible. And I use the term actually because I'm not gonna BS you. I was doubting it at some point, but looking at the finished dish, man, I wish I could eat this, but I can't. Because this isn't for me. This is for our baby boy, Trevor. Trevor, are you ready? Are you excited?
No.
Well, it's coming anyways. That's life, baby. So give me the patented mythical spork harpoon, AKA the spork poon. Just wait for it, because we're gonna be coming in hot, okay, buddy? I'm gonna flip a lemon slice to you, all right?
Okay.
There you go.
Was I allowed to catch it?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try and just get a full nacho on here.
I'm gonna squeeze the lemon as it's approaching my face, okay?
Yeah. There we go. All right, hold on. Wait, Trevor, you're gonna give me about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
It's like a claw machine game.
No, you can do it. I believe in you.
You never win. There we go. I think I got it.
Can you get any more like a shrimp or a lobster piece?
But now the beggars are choosers, huh? You go from pooping your pants on a plane to Idaho, and now you're making demands?
I didn't poop my pants!
You pooped your pants! Shut it down! All right, Trevor, it's coming whether you want it or not, buddy. Get the lemon on it. No! Woo! Trevor, get back here. I think I got it. Trevor, put the lemon on it and put it in your mouth. Redemption, Trevor. This is for all those who can't.
Oh,
How is it?
I was expecting a crunch, and then I bit into biscuit. That's really good.
It's really good, right?
It's very tasty. The spinach and artichoke dip makes for a great cheese. The fish, the shrimp is very well cooked. Beautiful. Much better than my experience at the actual Red Lobster.
Check back in 12 hours to see if Trevor's gonna poop his pants in this kitchen just like he pooped his pants he definitely did on that trip to Idaho.
I didn't poop
I thought you
myself.
pooped yourself. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't lie.
I didn't poop myself.
I thought that was a whole controversy.
I almost puked.
I heard I almost puked.
Who says it like that? What am I,
was an Idaho
What am I,
thing.
Stewie Griffin? I almost puked my pants on the plane. Oh, Brian, I almost puked my pants. Lois, I need to change you. I puked my pants.
Baby need wipey.
Baby need Lois. Baby need wipey.
Thank you so much for watching Mythical Kitchen. We got new recipe videos every week. We got new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich Out, every Wednesday. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Dreams Become Food. We'll see you next time. I thought he was gonna get it. Get as messy as you want in your kitchen when you have the Mythical Kitchen Towel. Available now at mythical.com.